Alright boy, balik lagi sama gue Jorgen di Marvel Matahari Dini Hari. Di video kemarin tuh si Hunter ini udah berhasil ngebuka alternya Agatha. Tapi berhubung si Hunter ini lagi capek ya kan, jadi ya kita tidur dulu aja. Selamat tidur. Oke, ini dia mimpi lagi. Di mimpi ini dia ketemu sama si ini nih.
Really be you.
Ketemu Lilith lagi.
Come closer. I want to get a better look at you. After all these years, it is good to see your face again.
Wish I could say the same, Mother. Now enough with this deception and reveal your true form.
But this is my true form. The way I was when you were just a sweet, helpless little baby. You don't remember that, do you? Well, I do. Bringing you into the world was the happiest time in my life.
And taking you out of this world again will be mine.
I had thought the words of power would open your eyes. But I should have known my sister and her pet witch would continue to withhold the truth from you.
Kita pilih yang atas.
And what truth is that?
The truth they are keeping from you, you need only.
Wait! Mother! Where did you...
Ya, belum selesai, udah keburu bangun dia. Wow, langsung
Was
bejibun
that
superlinknya.
her?
Ntar kita lihat dulu superlinknya. Oh, ini ada dari Nico, ada dari Berita, Nico lagi, terus dari Daily Bugle. Yang mau baca silakan ya di post videonya di YouTube. Terus dari Nico, silakan mau yang mau baca silakan. Ini beritanya. Gue cepet aja ya. Nah, ini kan resource-nya udah kebuka nih. Jadi udah bisa kita ambil di Forge-nya si Doctor Strange sama Tony Stark. Pagi Blade. Pagi-pagi udah baca buku. Salah. Gue pikir si Blade, ternyata si Robby. Pagi Robby. Udah baca buku aja. Pagi Logan. Seperti biasa. Bengong aja pak. Ini dia bisa kita undang ke Heaven-nya nih. Tapi ntar dulu aja. Gue mau buka semua Heaven dulu. Kita pungut dulu. Terus kita ke Forge. Kita buka research-nya tuh. Pagi dokter. Tidurnya pules dok?
Oh, you are gonna love this.
Nah. Nah ini juga udah bisa nih. Tunggu. Yang ini. Oh ini juga udah bisa. Ini buat di arena training. Ini dulu deh. Forge upgrades. Pasang lah.
We are finally getting some decent tech down here. Ooh, new coil. Let's get to work. Analyzing now.
Kita lihat skillnya apa aja. Oke, ini. Nggak perlu lah. Tapi kita pilih aja. Tuh nanti bisa di salvage kok.
Always a pleasure.
Nih ya, soalnya kartu-kartu gue udah imbas semua. Tuh. Udah dipasang mod-modnya tuh. Yang tulisan hijau nih. Kalau kalian lihat ada tulisan hijaunya itu berarti Itu skill yang dimodify. Jadi ini kita salvage saja, udah nggak guna. Ini juga di salvage. Oke, segitu aja. Ada lagi nggak? Oke, yang ini bentar, yang ini belum bisa ya. Karena nunggu yang ini selesai dulu. Jadi kita mesti nunggu sehari lagi.
How's it going?
Hey Steve, lu dari kemarin ngeliatin jubahnya si dokter mulu. Kenapa ya demen? Lu minta izin aja sama si dokter. Siapa tahu dia mau. Jangan cuma dilihat aja, ngomong tuh sama orangnya. Oh ini udah. Oke, selanjutnya kita ke mana ya? Nah ini kita ambil dulu nih hadiah-hadiahnya. Oke. Habis itu kita ke... Oh, kita ngobrol sama Tony dulu.
Hey, can I ask a favor?
Oh ini kadang ada request dari setiap karakter. Ini kalian bisa pilih ya mau yang mana. Kayaknya gue pilih ini deh.
Thanks.
Nah itu tadi kita dapat kartu Iron Man baru.
When you've got a minute, could you meet me in the war room?
Iya sebentar Carol. Oke kita ke Captain Marvel dulu.
Well met.
Hey Magic, Privyet. Kita ngobrol sama caretaker juga atau penjaga. Bentar, tapi gue mau ke Agatha dulu. Ambil dulu nih essence-nya. Ini buku-buku ada yang bisa dibaca lagi nih. Yang mau baca silakan di post aja video gue. Terus ada lagi di sebelah sini. Sebelah sini nggak ada. Oh, udah nggak bisa ngomong sama si Agatha. Hey Charlie girl.
Hey, Charlie Warley, puppy face.
Tuh kalau kita ya ngobrol sama Charlie, ntar dapat itu, dapat glow sama Arcane. Sebelum ke si Carol, kita ngobrol sama caretaker dulu.
I feel like we left things unfinished, Hunter. If you're free, I'd like to talk.
Well, don't leave me in suspense. How are you enjoying the library?
I thought we were past that.
We are, but I'm still allowed to be annoyed with you. I expect a bit of pushback from the others, but not from you, Hunter.
Why not? When have I ever made things easy for you?
You had your moments, few and far between, but that's exactly my point. You know what that place, what she meant to me, and you did it anyway.
Kita nggak mau memperparah situasi, jadi kita pilih light saja.
If I had known it meant this much to you, I would have waited. It was not my intention to defy or hurt you.
Hurt, no. Defy, maybe. At the same time, I know I haven't been very open with you about everything that's happened.
At least we are talking now. Silence between us would only make things worse.
You're right about that. We have bigger things to worry about. Like the mouthy alien tormenting Spider-Man as we speak.
He did risk himself for us without hesitation. We owe him for that, at least.
For once, I think the entire team is in agreement. It's only a matter of tracking Venom down.
I would just follow the trail of destruction, but maybe there is another way.
I'm sure we'll come up with something. Don't leave poor Spider-Man waiting too long now.
Iya, ya. Sabar, Mbak. Oke, sekarang kita samperin ke Carol.
There you are, Hunter. Got time to look at something? The intel cache we recovered from Hydra's gunship might seem sophisticated to the casual bystander, but they probably weren't expecting to go up against the likes of me. With Central's help, I can decrypt these babies in no time, providing us a valuable and fascinating glimpse into Hydra's twisted little minds.
Nah, kita bisa ngedecrypt ini nih intel-intel yang kita temuin pas pertarungan waktu itu.
I'm ready when you are.
Nih kayak gini nih intelnya.
I'll cut through that encryption in no time. This intel is hot, Hunter. We shouldn't sit on it for long.
Tuh, kalau kita ngedecrypt intelnya, kita dapat misi di berbagai lokasi. Salah satunya yang di sini nih, di Hell's Kitchen.
Now that we've decrypted the intel, let's put what we've learned to good use. Check out the available hero ops listed on Central.
Jadi kita bisa kirim nih salah satu karakter buat dikirim ke misi ini. Nah,
If we had some rookies, I'd say send them out for the experience. But I think we're past that.
kebetulan yang bisa dikirim ke sini cuma si Captain Marvel atau Carol. Jadi ya start aja.
I think I can handle that.
Oke, kita dapat jatah durasinya 1 hari.
See you soon.
Jadi ya kita tunggu 1 hari biar misinya kelar. Hero Ops.
This should keep someone busy. I'm here if you need me.
Oke ya, belum nggak ada lagi. Selanjutnya kita akan menjalankan misi. Tunggu, masih ada yang bisa diajak ngobrol. Captain Marvel lagi. Oh, dia masih bisa diajak ngobrol gitu.
We've got a situation rapidly developing. I'll be in contact soon, Hunter. What are you doing, Faustus?
Coba.
Hunter, my second favorite zombie superhero.
Who is your first?
Tony, on 2 hours of sleep. So, what do you need?
Oh, kita bisa ngulik-ngulik kisah hidupnya si Captain Marvel.
I have questions for you.
Sure, ask away.
Tell me about yourself, Carol.
What in particular?
Who were you before you became Captain Marvel?
Air Force pilot. I used to fly the unfriendly skies before I was attached to the space program. And back then, I was entirely human.
You are not entirely human?
Not since I uncovered actual, for real aliens. There was an accident with some alien tech that rewrote my DNA, and now I'm half Kree.
I have never heard of the Kree.
Neither had I. They have a space empire. It's crazy to think they've been around far longer than you've been alive.
How did Carol Danvers become Captain Marvel?
During my time with the space program, I found myself involved in a conflict between alien species, Kree and Skrulls. I got too close to a device called the Psyche Magnetron, and it completely altered me. A Kree soldier known as Mar-Vell felt responsible for what happened and took me under his wing. He was a hero in his own right, and we fought beside each other for years. He's gone now, but I took the name Captain Marvel as a tribute to what he stood for. Since then, I've made the name my own.
Oh gitu ceritanya. Jadi itu asal mula nama Captain Marvel dari itu. Jadi bukan Marvel yang ditulis kayak gini nih, tetapi Marvel ya. Itu asalnya dari nama mentornya dulu. Buat menghormati dia lah.
Your strength is hard for me to fathom.
With all this gamma weirdness keeping Banner in banner form, I'm Earth's mightiest Avenger. Once Thor realized the Hulk was in a class of his own, he was not happy to be in 3rd place. He still challenges me to arm wrestling contests, and loses. He's much less salty since I started calling him Asgard's mightiest Avenger.
How powerful would you say you are?
When someone says we need to call in the big guns, they're talking about me. Just don't say it in front of Bruce. The Hulk is an order of magnitude stronger, no question. But he doesn't have my precision, patience, or reliability. At least, that's how Bruce put it.
That much power, and it does not seem to have gone to your head.
I do get cocky sometimes, but I don't take any of this for granted. And I always remember where I came from. Arrogance is like punching the afterburner with your wheels down.
Tell me about the Avengers.
Sure, what about us?
How long have you been an Avenger?
Over a decade. Still hard to believe. We've been so busy dealing with one crisis or another, it's hard to mark the time. My coffee tally puts me just shy of 20,000, excluding the cups I forgot to track.
What are your thoughts on your fellow Avengers?
I'm with the team for a reason. I believe in what we do. All of us do. I'm sure you've noticed Tony can be abrasive, but I never doubt his commitment. He and Banner used to fight like cats in a sack. Thankfully, they seem to be past that. And I can't think of anyone better to deal with a mystical enemy than Doctor Strange. He's a little out of sorts right now, what with being pushed out of his home, but he'll adjust.
Do you think your team can find common ground with the Midnight Suns?
Look, I try not to get involved in team politics. I'll work with anyone who gets the job done. I don't care what team they're from.
Do all the Avengers feel the same?
No comment.
Thank you, Carol.
Anytime. And hey, if you find the time, we should hang out.
I will consider that.
Of course.
Oke, thank you Carol. Selamat bertugas kembali. Ada lagi yang bisa diajak ngobrol? Kayaknya udah nggak ada ya. Oke deh. Daripada kelamaan kita jalanin misi dulu. Nih misinya di sini. Nah, gue mau jelasin gini dikit nih. Kalau yang ada aura ungunya ini berarti misi utama. Kalau misalkan yang kecil-kecil gini artinya cuma submission. Nah, jadi submission ini setiap kali nggak bakal ada habisnya. Jadi setiap kali kita kelarin satu, bakal nongol submission yang lain. Tujuannya ya buat grinding aja, ngumpulin item kayak gitu tuh, gamma coil, artifact, atau kredit, atau intel segala macam. Sedangkan ini ya tujuannya ya buat ngelanjutin cerita. So nanti gua akan lebih fokus ke misi utamanya aja ya daripada ke submissionnya. Oke, gue barusan menjalankan beberapa side mission, jadi sekarang gue akan fokus ke misi utamanya, yaitu misinya Spidey. Jadi di sini kita yang diperlukan adalah Hunter sama si Spidey.
I would be rotting inside that creature's gullet if not for Spider-Man. Time to return the favor.
We'll find him. We're running facial recognition on every surveillance camera in the cloud. They just keep moving too fast.
Can't believe I'm saying this, but you think Team Spooky's doing any better?
Nothing.
Well, your inflection on that last dactyl was perfect. Perhaps a magnetism rune.
Against a level 5 demon alien hybrid? Where did you learn your magic? Demo Khan?
You know, you really do have a look.
Hunter's right. This isn't working.
On to plan C. Well, more like D.
Norman won't mind if I borrow a few Oscorp satellites at 45,000 feet, right?
Higher, further, faster, baby.
82nd and 5th. Well, between 5th and Madison now.
Guys, they're live, and they're trending.
Hashtag Big Alien Apple.
Not bad.
Thanks. Now imagine if you had just asked for our help sooner.
No time for an after-school special. Patching it through. Patching it all through.
We need to hurry.
Oke, jadi di sini kita akan membantu Spidey untuk mengalahkan Venom ya. Jadi kita udah ada Hunter, terus ada Spidey, ini dua ini adalah anggota tetap, nggak bisa diganti. Jadi kita tinggal pilih satu member lagi, siapa kira-kira ya? Nah ini kalau pakai Doctor Strange ada ini nih, ada bonusnya tuh, Demolitionist. Itemnya kita ganti ke, bentar, kita ganti dulu ya, dia nih buat nyembuhin ini, buat penyembuhan. Confirm, combo cardnya belum ada. Oke, let's go.
I saw so many angry faces the last time I was here. It may be too late.
Ah, yes. I'm afraid that was just a typical New Yorker.
Bentar deh, kita ganti kostum dulu. Kostum ininya pakai yang ini aja deh. Sip. Biar kelihatan gitu senjatanya. Kalau pakai jubah kan nggak kelihatan. Hey Magic. Yeah, I know.
Venom has taken to the rooftops, and he's tossing just about anything he can find onto the streets below. There are innocent people down there. Get them to safety before it's too late.
Stay safe, ma'am!
I should probably tell you the same thing.
Jeez, you'd think he'd at least have tennis elbow or something by now.
We shall scorch the bones and bring them home to Mother! Subdue this animal and bring it to Site 1. We'll squish your face and eat your...
I'd seriously consider switching occupations if I were you, friend. I know, no job's perfect. But at the end of the day, it's all about the coworkers.
Forever in service.
Really nice of you all to come by and visit the old neighborhood. I'd say let's all stop for a group selfie, but Eddie might get a little jealous.
I cannot fathom why one of my mother's fallen is so obsessed with me.
I'm not sure what any of that means, but Eddie and I were doing our thing here in New York way before those horns grew out of his head. I've never known him to pick on civilians. We need to get these people out of his way.
Ya, jadi kita mesti tolongin warga sipil ini dulu. Kita ganti Spider-Man aja.
I'll take care of the rest.
Terus kita pakai, ntar ini si Hunter mesti dipindahin dulu. Karena kalau kalian lihat yang lingkaran merah ini artinya ini radius lemparannya si Venom nanti. Jadi dia bakal lempar apa aja yang masuk ke dalam lingkaran ini. Jadi ya kita mesti keluarin dulu si Hunter sama Doctor Strange. Tunggu. Kita hajar ke, ya nggak bisa. Yang ini deh, ini nih. Nah, langsung mati tuh. Oke, dia udah keluar. Sekarang giliran si dokter. Kita ke sini aja nih. Seenggaknya dia udah keluar dari lingkaran. Ya, dia pakai perisai itu yang merah-merah. Oh, ada satu lagi warga sipilnya. Lu lempar apaan, Eddie? Nggak kena. Tuh yang merah yang pakai sama yang pakai cambuk tuh suka ngasih status tuh. Oke, pertama-tama kita keluarkan Dr. Strange dari sini.
Oh, cool. I can hear her too, talking in my head.
It's a comm system, the same one I activated.
Right, that was gonna be my next guess.
Nih, kita lempar ke sini. Hancur defense kau. Keblinger juga kan. Ya, si Spidey kena juga. Oke, kita tolongin dulu warga sipilnya.
The civilians are clear. It's open season on Hydra and their pet monstrosity.
They will be the next to fall in the hunt.
Wow. Did you ever work with a guy named Craven?
Oke, kartu kita tinggal tersisa satu. Jadi kita akan pakai. Nah, bagus nih serangan area. Nih, sini bisa nih.
They underestimated you, Doc.
Oke, udah nggak ada lagi. Enter. Nggak kena. Oh, on juga nih orang. Udah tahu nggak ada orang, masih dilempar ke situ. Oh, dia mau ngeledakin diri nih.
Now's your chance to hone those skills of yours. Don't leave any Hydra standing.
Duh, kita keluarin dulu deh si dokter. Atau si Spidey deh. Spidey lebih bahaya tuh, dia soalnya dia paling deket. Kemana ya? Udah, kesini aja. Nah, kita serangin dia dulu.
Let's try.
Yes, berdarah. Tuh sisanya nggak cukup lagi. Ini redraw ini dulu aja. Ah, sama aja. Nih kita ledakin aja yang ini. Aduh, nggak ada masuk radius. Udahlah, enter aja. Mamam tuh.
You do not know who I am, do you?
Come on, Eddie, just give it up already. How about we hit up that Chinese buffet over in Bushwick? My treat!
All the food we need is right in front of us.
Aduh, kita keluarin Spidey dulu deh. Terus nah udah gitu kan kita bisa pakai, tunggu. Kita pakai ini nih. Kita serang yang ini. Mati. Tinggal yang ini nih yang pakai cambuk. Ya elah, habis juga lagi. Sial. Oh ya, aduh nggak bisa digerakin lagi ya. Terpaksa. Tak kena.
Getting ugly down here.
It will all be over soon.
Bisi dia hunter.
Not bad. Not great, but not bad.
Ayo dikit lagi.
Interesting tactic.
Done.
Got them all. Now let's get to Venom and stop all this.
No more games. No more running. You can't stop us, heroes. But we hope you try.
Oke, ronde kedua.
We will peel back your flesh.
Don't suppose you'd let us actually try and help you, Eddie?
Help us. Help us. You took everything from us, Spider-Man. And now we will take
I'm gonna put that down as a definite maybe.
Hunter level up.
Coming back to me.
Naik ke level 4 ya. Oke, kita pakai ini dulu. Buat dapat batu fast.
The advantage is mine.
Terus kita pakai Agamotto.
This should aid me in my fight. Of my movements.
Kan dapat berdarah dia.
Even a sorcerer supreme has room to grow.
Terus kita pakai, kita heal si Spidey dulu deh.
The light will
kill you. Wanna know what was in that?
You are within our reach.
Diikat ya.
Managed to get myself.
Follow Spider-Man's lead here. He's the expert when it comes to Venom.
I recommend giving him a wide berth, especially if he's feeling huggy.
Let us see if they have an answer for this.
Tama-tama kita bebasin si dokter dulu.
Helga.
Terus langsung mati tuh.
Size does not always equal strength.
Oh iya, dia punya lebih dari satu nyawa, jadi nanti habis ini pasti dia bakal bangkit lagi. Terus kita pakai ini dia, Infernal Spider.
You're in trouble now.
It is almost graceful the way you swing through the air like that.
Aduh, nggak ada yang nyampe. Udahlah.
Guess we're not done.
Kan bangun lagi dia.
Why find heroes? Embrace mother's love. Yes, just and they spoil the meat.
Is he always like this?
I wouldn't take it personally. Eddie always gets extra grumpy when he's hungry. I think he's bad. You should see Jameson if he doesn't get his morning bagel.
You will suffer for that.
Let me show you.
The light shines on the most dutiful.
Ini aja.
Wait till now.
I hope the people of New York know how lucky they are to have you.
Coming at you. Nice. Let's do this. Anybody else feel that?
Lagi. Oke. Kita tunggu dong. Ini bisa diledakin nih kayaknya nih. Kan?
Looks like it's up to me.
You're too strong for you. Stand here.
Diikat. Nah, si dokter lagi.
I've been
Aduh. Lagi malah dia yang ngikut. lempar ke dia, ya bebas lagi lah. Dia ngikut Doctor Strange, si Spidey dilempar ke Doctor Strange, ya bebas lagi lah. Emang tole nih orang nih. Eddie Brock. Shut up. Mati lo.
It would seem Lilith chose poorly.
This is a great victory, everyone.
Oke, selesai.
Mother strength is eternal. We are eternal.
He fights like a damned Wendigo.
Unstoppable.
Oh, he's not unstoppable. Just really annoying. Huh. Not my worst idea ever. Good afternoon, Demo Venom! Here's a special request from all of New York to you, our slobbiest invaders since Thanos. That was exceptionally loud. Had to get bit by a radioactive spider with really good hearing.
I was going to say, amazing.
That's what the kids tell me. I think I'll pass out now.
Don't worry. I know a safe place.
Bintang 3. Jangan-jangan kan dapat bintang 3 gua. Oke, friendship-nya si Spidey dan Doctor Strange naik. Sarah, kenapa?
Well done driving off that monstrosity Venom before he took an even bigger chunk out of our dear friend Spider-Man.
Yeah, thanks.
Thankfully, Doctor Strange is tending to him in the barracks. At some point, you should check up on him. Make our new guest feel welcome.
Ya, nanti ya. Jadi si Spidey lagi dirawat sama si Doctor Strange. Dan kita balik ke kamar kita. Itu di luar ada yang bisa diajak hangout, tapi ntar aja. Kayaknya gue udah main cukup lama ya, jadi gue akhiri saja waktu gue sampai di sini. Semoga kalian terhibur dengan waktu gue kali ini. Sampai ketemu lagi di waktu matahari dini hari selanjutnya. Jangan lupa like, share, dan subscribe video gue. Gue Jorgen, sampai jumpa lagi di waktu matahari dini hari selanjutnya. Skol. Selamat malam, selamat tidur. Karena gue mainnya malam-malam.